My grandfather passed away, and I felt like I lost a part of myself I can't get back. I can't fix it. I can't mend it because they're not here anymore.
So, I'm doing the thing that I love, yet I still felt, God, I feel like I've never felt more alone.
This protects you.
It does.
From being disappointed.
It does.
But it traps you.
Every day I feel like it might be my last.
Are you watching this feeling hopeless or broken? Are you doing all the right things but still feel deeply depressed? I'm John Regalado, and from Jubilee Media, this is Surrounded, featuring 20 people who are struggling with depression. Now, if you've seen the show before, you know it's built around debate. But today we're doing something different. This won't be a debate, and this time the flags won't be used to vote someone out of the circle. They'll signal your desire to speak with our featured guest, psychiatrist Dr. K. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you all for being here. We're very appreciative of you guys sharing your stories. Let's get into it.
My first Surrounded claim is you're not broken, you're overwhelmed.
Levels, you ready to go? Let's have you in the center.
What's your name, ma'am?
I'm Levels.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Levels.
With your claim, I'll say for me personally, I feel like I was broken.
Yeah.
I went through my uncle passing away, and then the next year my grandfather passed away, and I felt like a part of me broke. When he went, a part of me died with him. So when I went through my throes of depression, which I'm still in it, I have my days, my good days, my bad days. I kind of went down that path of like, I lost a part of myself I can't get back. I can't fill that void. I can't fix it. I can't mend it because they're not here anymore.
What did you lose?
I feel like I lost my comfort.
Your comfort?
I would talk to him about kind of like, hey, Grandpa, I'm sad. Hey, Grandpa, I'm having a hard time at school. Hey, what do you think? And, he's old. He'll go off and have his little conversation about conspiracy theories. I'm like, oh, haha, that's cool. But it's like, it's nice to have somebody in your corner.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is one of those claims that I sort of agree with you already.
Yeah.
When we lose someone, that person's gone forever.
Yeah.
And we're never getting him back.
Yeah.
And it also sounds like he was a really important part of being a safe space for you, someone that you could talk to.
Yeah.
Right? Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
Well, he was a veteran, so, there's stuff he didn't really talk to us about, but, he would take us camping and, bowling. I was his first grandchild, so all my memories were kind of tied to him, going to his house, having pie, even though pie's not the best thing to have for breakfast, but it was nice,
I think it's a great breakfast.
He would take me places. He would tell me like, oh, this is my favorite food. Let's try it. Let's go do this. Let's do that. It was just nice. Not to say my parents didn't do that. It's just like having somebody outside of, your parents. It was nice to have him.
So, and when you lost him, what did you lose with him?
I guess my everything. I didn't know how to function. I have support, but he was kind of like the main like the first person I would go to. And then he died of leukemia. And for me, my family was upset and I was kind of trying to be stronger for them. So I didn't realize how bad it had got. Like I mostly wish I had more time with him. Like I was there for him physically.
Well, it sounds like you were also present for your family when he passed.
Yeah. I didn't let myself mourn. I didn't let myself cry. I was more so like, it's okay, I'll be there for you. And then when they were done mourning, it kind of got to a point where I was like, maybe I can be upset about this. And it kind of triggered everyone around me. Like, hey, let's not do this right now. Like, I'm trying to relax. I'm like, hey, I'm hurting.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. But it's also like
So first
dealt with it.
You chose not to mourn.
Yeah.
And then when you tried to mourn,
they were already done mourning. Yeah.
Well, no wonder you feel broken because I think you haven't had a chance to heal yet.
No, not really. But I put it off to the side, kind of like he's there, and when I get older and my time comes, I'll get to see him again. That's kind of what kind of keeps me going, that, I'm being watched over.
So I think this is also really interesting because you're kind of saying that what you will never get back, right? Because that's what you're kind of thinking is this person who is safe.
Yeah.
And here we are. And when you start mourning, what do the people around you do?
They're kind of off. They're like, hey, let's not talk about it right now.
And I think it sort of makes sense. Like, I know this sounds crazy. But it kind of makes sense, right? Because if you weren't given a chance to mourn, if people didn't make you feel safe, if they didn't take good care of you, and then you like literally like that's what happened. Well, no wonder you would think that this is the only person that'll do it, because like he was the only one that literally did it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I don't know that that's true forever. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, but it's like I feel like for me it is because I don't address it. You know, I kind of am like, okay, let's put it in a little box.
Well, that's because that's what the people around you told you to do.
Yeah.
If you can find that safety, maybe if you can advocate for yourself a little bit more. And I know this is tricky, right? Because the whole problem here is that people have not been taking care of you. I think getting some degree of like anger and sort of like letting people know around you like how not okay it is.
Yeah.
That you're hurting and you took care of them and like now it's their turn.
Yeah.
Does that resonate with you at all, or does it send you running for the hills?
Well, it does. I mean, like current issues, my grandma's health, I've been more vocal about being upset versus before where I was like, oh, it's okay. He got to make a choice. You know, we should be happy for him. He can advocate.
And now that you're more vocal, what's happening?
I'm more aggressively vocal. And they're like, okay, like we can't do anything about what she's doing. I'm like, why? I guess I'm being more open about this feeling because it's in the now and not in the past.
Yeah, so I'm actually like somewhat optimistic for you. I know it sounds crazy, but
how could you? No, I'm messing with you.
Because I think now you're doing something really scary, but very different, which is you are opening yourself up for other people to help you. And the real tragedy of life is when we open ourselves up to be helped by other people. Sometimes they meet us halfway, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
But I think give people a chance. Yeah, great.
We're going to pause here. Thank you.
Do I shake your hand?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
C, you had your flag up. You ready to go to the center?
Hey, what's your name?
My name's C.
C?
Yeah, C.
Nice to meet you, C.
Nice to meet you. So I'm a former foster kid, and for all my life, I've lived differently from everyone else. Essentially, from surviving, I wasn't taught normal societal behaviors or emotions because I had to take care of myself while being in a dangerous environment. And what's interesting is that even though physically and mentally I'm fine and I feel great and I can do my daily tasks, interact with people, it's still stuck in my body. I feel the depression, like right now, I don't want to cry, but for some reason, my body just wants to let it out. And before, I wouldn't let it because growing up in an Hispanic culture, they'd be like, oh, ¿por qué te lloras? Like, why are you crying? Like, you want to cry? Okay, I'll make you cry. To where it was like, okay, like I can't. But the more that I would hold it in and push it down, the worse it became. Until eventually I just let it out. It's like my nervous system and my mind are completely separate.
Yeah.
And they're going into different things to where my body doesn't recognize that I'm safe. Like now I'm safe. No one is going to hurt me. No one's coming after me. No one is going to physically or emotionally hurt me. But my body is still in that hypervigilant state. It's where it's always aware. It's always like, okay. And there are times where it's just becomes overwhelming. There are times where it looks like disassociation, night terrors, to where it feels like it's hard to trust or connect with people. It's feels like I'm still in that physical state, whereas mentally I'm great. I just don't know how to. I've gone through the work. I go through depression. I'm taking antidepressants. I'm taking multiple classes and courses and therapies, but I just want to understand why this happens so much. Why is it that my body reacts so differently from my brain?
So the first thing we're going to talk about is dissociation. You have two parts of your brain, two hemispheres. Your right hemisphere is where we experience emotions. Your left hemisphere is where we're basically logical. I mean, that's not necessarily true, but broadly it's true. Now, here's the really interesting thing. In the middle, there's this part of our brain called the corpus callosum. And the corpus callosum is what lets the right part of our brain talk to the left part of our brain. And when people grow up in a very traumatic environment, that thing stops communicating. You may experience that everything is fine. Mm-hmm. The left side of your brain, which is active right now, is saying, okay, we're at work. We're maybe going to go get some ice cream after work. And you're living a normal life. But the other half of your brain is screaming. And the problem is the volume has been turned down so we can't hear it, or the headphones are unplugged. So even though the signal is there, this part of your brain is screaming, the left side of your brain doesn't really feel it, except there are times where it switches over. And then we feel all of these weird emotions. Like we feel all these emotions that we had no idea like where this is coming from. Feels really inappropriate because I'm like sitting here having my ice cream and my body is telling me like, oh my God, we're going to die or something like that. Right. So this is a really, really classic situation. I think a big part of this, and the good news is that we can heal from this. What's really hard about this is how confusing it is, because you see like other people react appropriately to the things that happen around them. But literally what's happened is you have all of these pent up reactions that you've been carrying with you. And I can see that this is bringing up, what are you feeling?
I don't know what it is. It's just kind of just what I do is I don't even just let it out. It's as if my body wants to cry, but I'm listening to you and I'm not crying, but my body is.
Yeah. See, it's happening right now. And so when you feel this way, what do you do?
Before it used to be really bad where I would like hit my forearm or hit myself and be like, no, you can't
Also
feel this
common.
way. To where now I've learned that I let it be, let it process. You know, if I'm going to cry, it's like, I even close my eyes and I go, it's okay, you're safe, no one's going to hurt you. You can just breathe and I just let it out, because the more I let it out, the more I let it be, then it kind of goes through this like stress cycle and I'm able to like be myself again. And then after that, I go hang out with friends, I go outside, touch grass. It's the touch, sight, smell, and feel that I do to kind of be present.
You
and
figured
like,
all this stuff out on your own?
yes.
This is amazing. Yeah, I think what's so sad about this is just how much of this should have been done for you. I think people don't realize this. The way that we manage our emotions is through other people. Mm-hmm. Even now, you're sort of like a foster kid surviving on your own, right? And this is a situation where I think like the healthiest thing is that someone else should actually handle that emotion for you. That you shouldn't have to deal with this all on your own and cope with it. And that you should be able to cry and get angry and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So like what a parent does when a kid is like 3 years old and they're learning how to cry, which you haven't been able to do because of what seems like some amount of Hispanic upbringing, foster care, things like that.
Yeah. My parents didn't like me because I was gay, so they kept me away from society, kept me away from people.
Yeah.
Like they had me essentially say, you were essentially a demon, so you need to stay in this area and this is how you should act and be. You are quiet. You are
So messed up.
So that's what I've learned, and now I'm trying to readapt to it. And the biggest thing is feeling my emotions. Like this I can control. This like it's so hard.
Yeah. So, there's a modality called EFT, which is called the emotional freedom technique. There's a lot of studies now that show that trauma is stored in the body. And I think that these reactions that you're having where you feel like your body wants to cry and your mind doesn't, like that's where like literally stuff is stored, is pent up. And I think it's got to come out. And I think the most important thing, I know this sounds crazy, but I think the most important thing is trying to find someone who will deal with it for you, because you've dealt with it on your own for like far too long.
So what does that look like then?
It's a great question. Sometimes this can be a therapist. Sometimes it can be a friend. I think it can look a lot of different ways. Tragically, you were not given that growing up. And I think this is one of the saddest things in psychiatry, how insufficient treatment is a substitute for love. And I think like love really goes a long way.
Yeah. That and for me it looks like actions too.
Yeah.
Thank you, C. We're going to
Yeah,
pause here
thank
and
you so
switch
much.
participants. Snap. Before I call the next person, can we fly in maybe some tissues if people need them? Raise your hand if you need to grab a couple.
I brought one. I can't prepare. That's okay. May need more than one.
All right. Maybe everybody just take like one cleansing breath. I know it takes energy to listen. It takes energy to share. But thanks everybody for the generosity. All right. I'm going to choose the next participant. Leah, I saw your flag up. You ready to go? Let's do it.
Hi.
I'm Leah.
Leah Alok. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well, I just wanted to, for one, say that I've related to things that both of these people have been saying before me. First, in the grief, my dad passed away 6 years ago. That has been a significant source of my depression, and I have treatment-resistant depression, but it's not for the lack of wanting to be treated. I would do anything for something that works, but like nothing has. Like it's like my mind is, I feel like, is searching for more reasons to be depressed sometimes. And also I relate to the dissociation. Like half of me is like somewhere and the other half is like super depressed. So for example, I'm a musician, and how I cope is actually writing about this really deep, dark stuff like suicidality and stuff. I write about that. I was at a show and the show was going objectively really well. Sorry. Yeah, I just looked out at the, sorry, I don't even know why I'm crying right now. Objectively, everything was good. I just looked out at the crowd, and I felt so empty. So, you know, I'm doing the thing that I love, yet I still felt, God, I feel like I've never felt more alone. Sorry, I did not expect to cry.
Yeah, can I respond?
Yes, please.
So, thank you so much for sharing. What was your name again?
I'm Leah.
Leah. Here's what I'm hearing. So here you are, you make music. You use it to cope.
Yeah.
But I imagine you like it too.
Yeah, of course.
Right? And you're on stage. You're actually like kind of at the height of joy and fulfillment in your life. Like this is what you came here to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not exactly where I want to be yet.
I'm sure that there's, you know, stuff that can be better, but
Yeah.
if we think about, you know, just the moments of joy,
Yeah.
and you're denied that.
Yeah, it's like things are starting for me, and
then
why am I still not?
Yeah, right. So I'm almost like thinking about how hard it must be for the things in life that are supposed to feel really good,
Yeah.
to feel so alone.
Yeah.
Right. And I really hear that you've got treatment resistant depression, and I hear that if anything could take this feeling away, right? If anything would just allow you to experience life the way that regular human beings do, which is like when I'm on stage and having a good time and everyone's singing lyrics, I should be having a good time too.
Yeah.
And that feels really, really terrible.
Yeah. it
Like you're
does.
being denied the chance to live an ordinary life.
Yeah, that's sort of like why it's so bad.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. How do you understand that your mind is searching for reasons to be unhappy?
Well, I'm super judgmental of myself.
Okay.
So my self-talk is like very negative. I'm sort of like at a constant like argument with myself. So it's like, but I'm also like, I know that I have to like accept these thoughts and not argue with them to get better. Like I know the solution on paper. It's just harder to apply in practice. For example, again, the stage thing. Like I'm doing what I love, right? Why is my brain, it feels like it's like looking for reasons to be upset about.
So here's one of the tricky things I've learned as a psychiatrist, and I've worked a fair amount with people with treatment-resistant depression. Speaking of humility, I think there's 3 patients that I've worked with that I really have not been able to help that I can think of, and I remember them very well, and we tried really hard, and I think I hate that. But
What do you do about something like that?
tried all kinds of things. But I think the good news is that, you know, for the 3 patients that I've worked with who have treatment-resistant depression, I've worked with 50 to 75, that things have worked. And the one thing that I would really tunnel down into, just because we have a little bit of time here, is to really pay attention to that part that is searching for a reason to be unhappy. So don't argue against yourself, but try shifting your attention away from that towards other things.
Yeah,
to
definitely tried.
And I think that's a skill.
And sometimes it works.
Right. So if it works sometimes, then that's where I think learning to be better at it can offer some relief.
It's just the fact that it always goes back.
That's where we get to part number 2.
Okay.
Which is to understand why your mind, there's a part of your mind that is really, really unhappy with being happy.
Yeah.
Right? The most alone that you felt is when you are actually should be the happiest.
Yeah.
And so to really understand what is it within you that is looking for unhappiness.
We're gonna pause here. Leah, thank you.